Okay, not great news about this guy. He stands at D. Plus. This guy flashes some red flags that you really need to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's much better at talking big than actually getting things done. You'll hear him make bold claims and act very sure of himself, but when it comes to putting in the daily effort, he falls short. So don't expect him to climb high just because he sounds ambitious. His actions won't match his words.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's not someone who calmly picks himself up and learns from mistakes. Instead, he's likely to lose his temper, maybe yelling or blaming others around him. He might become very stubborn, insisting his way was right instead of accepting any fault.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will find him difficult to deal with. He might sound polite on the surface, but he's quick to argue and often comes across as bossy or even rude when things don't go his way. His temper can flare up suddenly, leading to fights, harsh words, or cold silences.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he's likely to feel threatened and insecure instead of proud. He might act angry or make sharp comments, trying to bring you down rather than support your success. He wants to feel like he's in charge, so your wins can make him uncomfortable and frustrated.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will almost definitely feel resentful and insecure. He may not say it openly at first, but you'll notice changes: sudden cold behavior, sarcastic comments, or picking fights over minor things. Sometimes he may lash out or make you feel guilty about your achievements.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He doesn't handle money very carefully. He's likely to spend on things that catch his eye or things that help him show off without thinking much about saving or planning ahead. If you ask him about the budget or saving for the future, he may get irritated or dismiss your worries.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He often pretends to be richer than he is, wanting others to think he's more successful or well off than reality. He might spend on flashy items or talk up his lifestyle, even if his finances can't support it. If you ask him about money problems, he may get defensive or blame others.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't truly open handed or kind, either with money or his attitude. Although he might act polite in front of others, he isn't generous and doesn't go out of his way to help loved ones. His mindset is also rigid, so don't expect much understanding or support when you need it.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He tends to be secretive and controlling about money. You may find that he keeps details to himself, avoids sharing important information, or only tells you what he thinks you need to hear. This can make you feel left out and anxious, never fully knowing where things stand.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to believe housework is only your job, not something to be shared. If you ask for help, he may brush it off, make excuses, or even get angry. He sees himself as the leader and isn't interested in being equal partners at home.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He likely thinks helping means telling you how things should be done, not actually rolling up his sleeves. You might find him standing by, giving instructions or critiquing your work rather than picking up a broom or changing a diaper himself. If you ask for real help, he may get annoyed or act like the job is beneath him.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's much more interested in proving he's right than trying to understand your side. When you share your feelings or opinions, he's quick to jump in and argue, sometimes even raising his voice or cutting you off. If you want a partner who truly listens, you won't find that with him.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he doesn't stay respectful. He's likely to say hurtful things, make harsh jokes, or even yell to get his point across. His anger can come out quickly and feel very intense, making you feel scared or upset.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly, and this is a serious red flag you should not ignore. His temper can flare up over small issues, leading to harsh words or aggressive behavior that can hurt you emotionally. You deserve a home full of peace and respect, not one where you walk on eggshells.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He usually struggles to say sorry and take responsibility for his actions. If something goes wrong, he's more likely to blame you or make excuses than admit his mistake. You'll end up carrying the burden of every disagreement.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He's not likely to respect your boundaries or understand that no means no. When you set limits or ask him to stop, he may ignore your words, argue, or try to push you into changing your mind. This can be very troubling in any relationship because everyone deserves to have their boundaries honored without question.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the kind of man who takes it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings or respecting your space, he may get upset, act hurt, or even blame you for rejecting him. He can make you feel guilty or argue until you give in, rather than caring about your comfort.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You cannot fully trust him to handle private moments with care. When fights happen or he feels angry, there's a risk he might use personal things you shared against you, trying to embarrass or upset you. This can make you feel unsafe and worry about opening up to him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's easily distracted by other women and may not be truly faithful. Even if he's with you, his eyes and attention can wander and he might flirt or pay too much attention to others. This can leave you feeling insecure in the relationship, always wondering if he values you.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is over possessive and often acts jealous, controlling, and suspicious. He may question where you go, who you talk to, or even check your messages. If you disagree or try to have your own space, arguments can quickly start.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, his so called Protective nature is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He may act like he's keeping you safe, but really, he wants to make all the decisions and have things his way. This isn't love, it's control dressed up as concern.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. Even if he gives advice or tells you what to do, he won't step in and share the daily responsibilities and challenges. When things get tough, he's likely to distance himself or criticize rather than help or encourage you.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper instead of staying calm. He may yell, scold harshly, or say things that hurt their feelings. Rather than understanding what happened or helping them through their emotions, he reacts quickly and strongly.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's unlikely to support your role as both a mother and your own person. Instead of respecting your dreams or giving you space to grow outside of family duties, he might push you to focus only on him and the household. He doesn't value your independence and may even try to control your choices.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who may seem supportive of your career now, but after you have a child, he's likely to pressure you to quit or cut back your ambitions. At first, he might act encouraging or proud, but his true expectations show up once family life changes. This can make you feel trapped or lose confidence in your choices.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will likely act polite on the surface with your parents, but real warmth and genuine care will be missing. He may greet them formally or say the right things, but his heart won't truly be in it. Your parents might sense that he's just doing his duty and not really trying to build a loving relationship with them. He will expect your family to change for him rather than try to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. He doesn't have much patience and tends to lose his temper quickly, which can turn small problems into big arguments. This can add tension and make family relationships even harder.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might act modern and open with you in private, but expect you to become a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. When family is around, he may want you to dress and behave in ways that fit their expectations, putting on a good show even if it's not who you truly are. If you push back or act differently, he might get upset, make comments, or ask you to change yourself for appearances.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than supporting you. He doesn't want to challenge his relatives or cause trouble for himself, so he may ignore your feelings and let you handle the stress alone. Sometimes he might agree with them just to keep the peace or avoid arguments, leaving you feeling alone and unheard.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is likely a mummy's boy and will rarely choose your side in a conflict with his mother. When disagreements happen, he'll tend to support her or stay silent even if you're clearly in the right. He won't stand up for you or set boundaries with his mother, which can leave you feeling hurt and alone.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. This means your personal matters won't stay between you two, making you feel exposed and uncomfortable. It can also lead to misunderstandings and create more tension, as your side of the story might get lost or ignored.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy stands at B. Plus. Some of these red flags can really become a big deal. You've got to be very careful here. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel heavy and draining. You may find yourself doing most of the work at home with kids and even trying to keep peace in the family while he gives orders or criticizes but rarely helps.